In 20 years, fighter jets will most likely include the next generations of stealth technology, electronic warfare, sophisticated computer processing and algorithms, increased autonomy, hypersonic weapons, and so-called smart skins, in which sensors are built into the aircraft's side. Some of these characteristics were possibly on display earlier this year when Northrop Grumman's Super Bowl ad revealed a flashy first look at its rendering of a new 6th generation fighter jet. Northrop is one of several major defense industry manufacturers competing for the contract to build the new plane when the time comes. So in today's video, we are showing you how Russia got shocked by the new 6th generation aircraft by China. Make sure to watch till the end and subscribe for more such videos. Here we begin. The new aircraft, designed to replace the 5th generation's F-35 Joint Strike Fighter and enter service in the mid-2020s, is currently in the early stages of conceptual development with the Air Force and Navy. The two services are now collaborating on preliminary conceptual discussions about the types of technologies and capabilities that will be included in the aircraft. However, no platform for the new aircraft has been identified by the Air Force. The new aircraft will, at least in part, replace the Navy's existing inventory of FA-18 Super Hornets, which will begin to retire in 2035, according to Navy officials. The Navy's visions for a future carrier air wing in 2040 and beyond includes the F-35C carrier launcher variant of the Joint Strike Fighter and legacy aircraft like the EA-18G Growler electronic jamming aircraft. Also around this time, Navy planners expect its 6th generation aircraft, which will most likely be designed for both human-crewed and uncrewed missions, to be ready. According to Navy leaders, technologies in coatings, electromagnetic spectrum issues, maneuvering, superiority in sensing the battle space, communications, and data links are rapidly advancing. According to Navy officials, the Navy is also planning to develop new carrier-launched uncrewed aerial vehicles in the coming years. Maximum connectivity would imply vastly improved communications and sensor technology, such as the ability to communicate in real time with satellites, other aircraft, and anything else that could provide relevant battlefield information. The new aircraft may also seek to develop the ability to fire hypersonic weapons. Still, such progress would be contingent on successful progress with unproven technologies such as scramjets traveling at hypersonic speeds. Some early renderings of this technology have been tested successfully, while others have failed. Smart aircraft skins would entail dispersing certain technologies or sensors across the fuselage, further integrating them into the aircraft, with next-generation's computer algorithms organizing and displaying information for the pilot. According to analysts, smart skins with distributed electronics imply that apertures would be integrated into the aircraft's skin, rather than having systems mounted on the aircraft. This could reduce drag, increase speed and maneuverability, and improve the sensor's technological capability. It's also possible that the new 6th generation fighter will employ advanced, futuristic stealth technology, allowing for newer, more capable air defenses. Potential adversaries' air defenses are increasingly using faster computing processing power. They are better networked together, more digital, capable of detecting a wider range of frequencies, and capable of detecting stealthy aircraft at greater distances. The new 6th generation fighter will also be able to fire lasers and launch offensive electronic attacks. What do experts have to say? General Mark Kelly, the commander of the U.S. Air Combat Command, has stated that the U.S. Air Force must field its next generation fighter first because China is on track to produce a 6th generation fighter. Last week, he spoke at the Air and Space Force Association's Air, Space, and Cyber Conference, saying, "I cannot tell you today what's going on in China, except that they are planning their 20th National Party Congress. But I can tell you what isn't going on. They are not debating the significance of 6th generation's air dominance, and I can assure you that they are on track." These remarks come as the United States ramps up its next generation's air dominance program. The NGAD is powered by a manned 6th generation stealth fighter jet with advanced and previously unseen capabilities. The U.S. Air Force must achieve 6th generation's air dominance at least a month ahead of our competitors, according to Kelly. This reflects the USAF's concern about an unknown Chinese 6th generation's program without publicly available information. China has been hard at work on its second 5th generation's fighter plane, the FC-31 Gyrfalcon, a twin-engine 5th generation plane that is currently in prototype form. China has been even more secretive about its plan than most other countries, including the United States, which has revealed little about its 6th generation fighter program. The American NGAD has been described as a system of systems, implying that the manned aircraft would be partnered or supported by a large number of adjunct and auxiliary aircraft. We know it will be compatible with emerging technologies, which can be added gradually without interfering with the aircraft's primary flight system. Who is winning the race between US, Russia, and China to develop world's first 6th gen fighter jet? So far, the United States is the only country that has developed, operated, and sold 5th generation fighter jets, with China and Russia clearly trailing. The race to develop the world's first 6th generation fighter jet has begun. The US Air Force has successfully flown the first prototype of a 6th generation fighter as part of the Next Generation's Air Dominance program. We have already built and flown a full-scale flight demonstrator in the real world, and we broke record doing it, said Will Roper, Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Acquisition, Technology and Logistics, in an interview with Defense News. We are ready to go and build the next generation aircraft in unprecedented ways. According to Wang Haifeng, a chief architect at Chengdu Aircraft Research and Design Institute, which designed the J-20 fighters, China's 6th generation fighter will be ready by 2035 or earlier. Although there aren't many details about the fighter's capabilities and features, Wang stated that it could use artificial intelligence, extreme stealth, and omnidirectional detection. He also mentioned that the fighter could be equipped with laser weapons, self-adapting engines, and hypersonic weapons. According to an SCMP report, Hong Kong-based military commentator Song Zhongping believes it is too early to compare the fighters from each country. However, he went on to say that the American 5th generation fighters were completed a decade ago, so it's not surprising that they are moved onto 6th generation fighter now. The United States Air Force operates Lockheed Martin F-22 and F-35 5th generation fighters, which entered service in 2005 and 2015. Both jets have advanced avionics and stealth capabilities and are extremely maneuverable. Meanwhile, China's 5th generation fighter, the Chengdu J-20, flew for the first time in 2011 and entered service 3 years later in 2014. Apart from the US and China, Russia and the UK have also been working on developing their 6th generation fighters. Several local media reports quoted Industrial Director of Rostec Aviation Complex, Anatoly Suryukov, saying that the Russian giants Mikoyan and JSC Sukhoi could collaborate to work on their next generation fighter. The UK also announced its ambitious Tempest program in 2018 to develop 6th generation fighters that will replace its fleet of Eurofighter Typhoons and is expected to be a fighter complementing the F-35. With BAE System leading the program along with the Royal Air Force, Rolls-Royce will contribute engines. At the same time, European firm MBDA will integrate weapons and Italian company Leonardo will develop sensors and avionics. It is expected to take its first flight in 2035. According to a GD paper authored by Yang Wei, the chief designer of the Chinese J-20 stealth fighter, the next generation fighter jet will outperform all of the features currently possessed by a 5th generation fighter, amid great power competitions and the commissioning of more 4th generation fighter jets, he wrote in the paper. Although the United States is leading the race, it remains to be seen which country will be the first to develop and operationalize the world's first 6th gen fighter jet. So what do you think about the new 6th generation fighter jet by China? Should Russia be shocked or afraid of this new fighter jet? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more such uploads.